Yo guys, what's up? My name is Contranaut, back with another race with speedrun today on direct fire. I put in more work into the speedrun than I have on any other speedrun I've done before. I've spent the past 4 months routing this map and resetting for a good time, so you know the final product's gonna be good. Here I dig underneath the fence. You can actually go around the fence, but you need to get blocks anyway for the bridge coming up here, so might as well dig underneath it. It's a little bit faster. Coming up on this bridge here, I make the biggest mistake in the run. I just place a dirt block down, and I need that dirt block to get past the bridge, so I need to go mine it again. Otherwise, this run had very minimal mistakes, as you'll see. Coming into the fortress here, I grab the ladders. You don't actually need the ladders to complete the run, but the ladders save a lot of time on third bowl, so it's definitely worth grabbing them. Coming through the forest here, Jack and I, who's another person who's been running this game with me, have been doing a lot of debate over the best route through the forest. So I actually spent about 3 hours one night about 2 weeks ago routing and timing all the possible routes through the forest, and I came up with that route, which is about 1 second faster than any other route through the forest. So there's definitely been tons of work into routing in this speedrun. The strategies now are pretty tight. It's very hard to find time saves on this run. Yeah, so coming through second here. Second has the biggest reset point in the run, which is this mob-filled room at the end of the wool. You only get past that room about 20% of the time. In my original speedrun of this map, I got diamond armor just for this room, so I could run through it. But Jack came back to this map, routed it, and said, nope, you don't need the diamond armor, we can just run through it. It's really hard, but here we go. There's lots of mobs at the beginning here. Luckily, there's no mobs at the wool box though, which is good because you need to pause to actually get the wool. And then coming out here, I managed to get past all the mobs without them hitting me. So I didn't even get slowed down by the mobs at all, which is really nice. Usually when you get past second wool, you lose time to getting hit by the mobs, but this run didn't have that, so definitely a huge time save there. Coming out of second wool here, lots of going up ladders, which is boring, but I can talk about the other major time or reset point in this run, which is first wool. First wool, you only get past 30% of the time. Similar story to second, we just dig straight through all the mobs in order to get past them as fast as possible. In my original speedrun, I took a very safe route. I ran first very safely, but we have to save as much time as possible. So coming up to third here. Third isn't a reset point, but it's very execution based. The execution is really tight in third wool. You can lose time in third wool without even knowing it, just because of the strategies you use to run third wool. Yeah, so it's really tough to not lose time on third wool. We're gonna end up placing some ladders here, which is another strategy found by Jack. Jack made the majority of this route. So huge shoutouts to him. This run's actually dedicated to Jack. Gonna use torches through here to basically create a little air pocket so that the water flows to where I need to go and pulls me in to the wool faster. Placing some more ladders. This works just because autoref doesn't let liquids flow into the void lane, so it doesn't scoop the whole wool, and you can disrupt the lava like that with the ladders, which saves a huge amount of time because we can just take the most direct path to the wool box without worrying about the lava. So yep, I'm gonna eat there. That's my last piece of pork, my last good piece of food. I only have 1 piece of food left, and I'm going to use that later on to just barely be able to get to the wool without running out, or the monument without running out of food. Coming up here, gonna get out of third wool. I probably lost a few seconds in third wool, but that's really good compared to other runs that I've had. That was definitely a good third wool run. So, like I said, I'm really proud of this run. This run had about 7 seconds of time loss total. More than half of that was from the very initial time loss, so without that, this would have been a godly run. This run actually beat 2 TASs, one of them done by Jack recently. The other one is DrJecko's original TAS, which came out like 4 years ago. It's the first racehorse speedrun, even though it's not really a speedrun. It's the first racehorse speedrun I know of. So the music in this run is actually from his original TAS, so just a throwback to that I thought would be nice. Okay, so coming in first here, we do 2 ladder drops here initially, but then after that, we don't have time to do ladder drops. We try to save as much time as possible. Those rooms are supposed to be full of mobs, but we got extremely lucky this run, as you usually do to get past first. You usually need to be pretty lucky. This time we got extremely lucky. There's no mobs to even slow us down at all. As you can see from all the fall damage from the ladders, or from not placing the ladders, we're only left at 3 hearts, so even if there was mobs, we can only take like 1 hit of damage. So yeah, first was extremely tight, very hard to get past, but we did. We eat a last piece of food, and we're gonna run back to the monument. Here I have the one final little piece of time save to go around the fence instead of underneath it like Jack does. But yeah, Jack's putting up some really good times on this map, so I'm happy to finally beat him. Yeah, and here we go. That's world record. See you guys later.